Thanks, Doc. A sweet situation here. Interesting scenario. The Spanish strap is at stake. Two of the best Spanish superstars of all time going face to face. Eddie says he's the biological father of Dominic Mysterio, but here's the story. Seth comes in, wants to prove he's the greatest Spanish superstar of all time, but it's as simple as this, guys. Eddie says Seth will be his señorita. Back to you, Doc.
All right, thanks so much, Coach. What a barn burner, baby. Let's take it on down to Ron Keaton.
The following contest is a kickoff show match scheduled for one fall, and it is for the WWF European Championship. Introducing first, the challenger, accompanied by Becky Lynch, making his way from Davenport, Iowa, weighing 217 pounds. He is the architect, Seth Rollins.
Doc, Seth is hopping around like he knows something. He knows something we all don't. And you know, my man, the architect, he's designing something special with that red-headed rocket babe behind him, his new wife. And I know they got a new baby. And I know things are looking great, but my man said he's coming tonight at Survivor Series to show that he's the greatest Spanish wrestler of all time. He is the Spanish God, and he's gonna prove tonight that the European strap belongs around the waist of the one and only Seth freaking Rollins.
And you can hear the 36,000 here in Frontier Field singing along with the architect. Seth now has a lot to prove tonight, as he has a fantasy dream match one-on-one with Latino Heat, the current WWF European Champion.
Yeah, Doc, rumor has it too that Eddie made a pass at Becky's ass a few times in the last couple weeks, and that Seth is real pissed off about it, and he caught him in action. And
Ladies
I don't know
and
if that's
gentlemen, do
going to make
not
any...
listen to the big mouth Buddy Braggins. It has not happened. This is all false information, and I'm so disappointed.
What do you mean? Listen, never mind that. That's not important. We got a job to do, and the bottom line here is we got a big fantasy Spanish matchup right here, Doc, and I'm going to take it on down to Ron Keaton. What the frickin' shit, Doc?
By the ninth wonder of the world, China. Making his way from El Paso, Texas, weighing in at 220 pounds. He is the WWF European Champion, the Latino Heat, Eddie Guerrero.
You know, I really like how Ron Keaton rolled his R's there, just showing the European champion and Hall of Famer some respect right there. Nicely done. And look at the freaking bosoms on China. Oh man, no wonder why they call her the ninth wonder of the world. And you know what? What a surprise, Doc. It just dawned on me. We're in the hometown of the hotshot Joni Lauer.
Yeah, that fact is actually correct, Big Mouth. For once, you tell a fact and some truth. As there he is, the European champion, Latino Heat, Eddie Guerrero, and the 36,000 here in Frontier Field, showing their respects for the European champion in his ninth wonder of the world ballet, here in the hometown of China.
Yeah, you know, Doc, I don't care what anybody says. A lot of people kind of like, you know, they gave her a hard rap for everything, but Jesus, man, she's freaking smoking, and I would have done anything that X-Pac did. You know, man, I wish I were Pac. You know, oh man, some of the things that they got to do together and the ways he got to see China and God and the nature that God gave her. But anyways, here we are, man, face to face. What a friggin' confrontation, Doc.
Well, speaking of the ninth wonder of the world, Big Mouth Buddy Braggins, it makes you wonder, with the man Becky Lynch and the ninth wonder both here at ringside, and you know the architect, him and Becky Lynch always designing, always crafting up something, Big Mouth. And you got a security and insurance policy in the ninth wonder. It makes you wonder if that could get involved here anyway and affect this match somehow, Big Mouth.
And it will, Doc. As we get underway, the bell is rung, and two of the best Spanish superstars of all time, Doc. And yeah, I mean it will, Doc. This is professional wrestling, you know, and it's a fight, and that's what two big houses do. That's what respectful men do who are trying to protect their throne. And you know, the Becky Lynch, the man, and the ninth wonder of the world, they ain't out here to just watch and have some popcorn, Doc. They're really here to fight too. They can't wait to get their hands on each other. Just
Seth
put it
Irish
like
whips
that.
Eddie into a sling blade. Rollins goes for the cover on the European champion. And a 1 count. Too soon for the Architect.
Yeah, I give Seth the credit, Doc. He's got ambition, but that's way too soon. I talked to Latino Heat earlier in the back, and he told me how he's feeling tonight. He's hard as a rock, Doc. I saw his package, and he's ready to go, but Seth delivering right hands to my man Latino Heat.
Yeah, well, it's no secret that Seth Rollins.
Ooh.
Oh, man, Eddie Guerrero face first into that middle turnbuckle, Big Mouth. And I was just saying, Seth has no avail on Eddie there with a flying knee drop. Seth Rollins would love to get his hands back on some gold, Big Man.
Yeah, with a little bit of El Paso presence there from the European champion. Eddie with some right hands into a drop kick, and he's going to work his magic now on Seth Rollins. I know the Architect's always scheming, Doc, but we're talking about Latino. He lies, he cheats, he steals. He's the all-time GOAT when it comes to having a scheme in mind.
I can't argue with you there, Big Mouth. What's Eddie up on the middle rope for a diving DDT?
Viva la raza, Doc.
He's going to go for the cover, Big Mouth. Could he retain this European strap? One.
I don't think so yet.
Oh, and a kick out at one.
Yeah, Doc, I knew Colby was going to kick out. And then plus, I want to see a little bit more. And I want to see Joni and Becky get their hands on each other. Guerrero, though, with a power bomb to the Architect, Doc.
What an incredible fantasy matchup this is for the European Championship, Big Mouth Buddy Braggins. 36,000 here, all over the world, traveled in to Rochester, New York to see the first ever WWF Afterlife Survivor Series. And Seth Rollins with a Michinoku driver to our European champion. He's going to go for a cover.
Yeah, again, too soon, Doc. I know he's feeling it right now, and this place is booming. The economy's going to be booming here soon, too. Mark my words, Doc. I'm a big businessman. But Rollins, with a little bit of heel tactic there. Whoa.
Oh, my God.
And
Seth,
shit.
Seth Rollins.
Doc.
Let's take a look at our replay here. Seth delivers a monster right forearm, but then
he looks like one of those Bailey balloons.
I don't know if something's possessed him or what has gotten into Seth Rollins.
Doc, I'm pretty sure it's a martial arts intimidation tactic. He's trying to scare the Lucha Libre out of Eddie Guerrero. But Eddie with a springboard DDT, torpedo DDT. Wow, did you see that, Doc? And he's going to the top rope.
Guerrero makes a climb to the top and an elbow drop to the Architect right here in Frontier Field. And he's calling out to the thousands.
Doc, they love him. And Rochester is a big party city, and there's a party in my pants tonight, and I know a lot of these broads are going to be there. And I'm bonerific, and so is Eddie. He's ready to win this strap back, and he returns it with a little Michinoku driver of his own. Shades of Taka Michinoku here. Wow, Doc, you hear this crowd right now as Seth makes a comeback.
He's really trying, Big Math, but the 36,000 here in Rochester seem to be behind the China and Eddie train. But Seth, a right hand from Eddie, and an enziguri kick.
Ooh.
Eddie just fell off the side of the apron.
Look at the man.
Big Mouth, he's down on the side of the mat. But Seth just went for a springboard.
Ow, Doc.
To the outside.
Doc, they might bring it over by us again here. And China over here, she's just holding her own. Eddie's yelled from across the ring over there. He said, I got it. Stay over there. Don't get me disqualified.
That's a good point, Big Mouth. The title cannot change hands on disqualification or a count out as the count's up to 4. And Eddie's trying to get to Seth, but Rich Regal's holding back Latino Heat.
Yeah, well, you heard him, Doc. He told him, let him get in. Come on, make this fair and square as a collar and elbow tie up there. But Eddie about to deliver some snake eyes to the Architect, as he does, right to the top rope, top turnbuckle there, Doc.
Well, this rivalry got started weeks ago, Big Mouth, as Dave Metzler made a comment, asked the fans around the world who was their favorite Spanish superstar of all time, and the buzz got growing, Big Mouth. And when Eddie Guerrero found out that Seth Rollins had such a large fan base, he came out and he called out Seth Rollins to a match, and here we are, Big Mouth. And the boy, has the rivalry gotten hot.
Shit, Doc, I'm going to stop you there. We were all puffing the Chiba in the back, and Seth came up, and he said, I heard you made a pass at my wife. And Eddie said, you're damn right. I did! Right there, with another middle rope diving DDT from Latino Heat, baby. And he's going all the way to the top, Doc.
Why do you lie, Big Mouth?
I don't.
But Eddie Guerrero with a diving elbow drop to the lower back of Seth Rollins. Seth back up to his feet, though. A backhand chop from Guerrero. A second one. A kick in an enziguri.
Doc, I can't help but wonder if China helped Eddie out before this match at all. And, warmed him up, loosened him up a little bit with a back rub and maybe a Rochester Railroad. But Seth now, he's coming back here, and he's giving a little bit of a fight back here to our man, Eddie Guerrero, the European champion.
Seth Rollins is no stranger to gold either, Big Mouth, as he is our company's 19th ever Grand Slam champion. That's right, he's held every single title, but up here in the Afterlife, we have the European title, there's the UK title that he still has yet to win, and boy, would he love an opportunity to win that, Big Mouth, here tonight in front of 36,000 in Rochester,
Doc,
New York.
look how disrespectful my man Seth was to Eddie here, stomping him in the corner over and over and over again, disrespecting him as he yelled to him, "You're a dirty Dominican," I think is what he said, but we all know Eddie ain't Dominican.
You know, your breath, it reeks of absolute horse shit, and I don't even know why you bother mentioning these things. Why do you even say these things?
First off, Doc, I don't even want to hear anything about that from you, okay? One, you're not with me all the time, so you have no idea and have no way to verify if what I ever hear is true, okay? So I don't want to hear about that. Two, there's a lot of drinks being had and a lot of drugs being done in the back with me and my boys, so of course guys say things they don't mean. Come on now, what do you think this is, Doc? These guys are professional athletes. And three, you know, it's big box office, Doc. We're talking about pay-per-views. Why do you think these people buy it? Huh? It makes the rivalry stronger and your paycheck fatter, so you can thank me later, Doc.
Yeah, well, all you had to do right there was tell me that you all did some drugs, Big Mouth, because I know you and drugs.
I don't got to tell you
nothing. It makes
nothing.
Perfect sense. And you're outside of your mind, and you're delusional. And now Eddie Guerrero now, he's almost gonna.
We'll finish
he's got
this
all
later.
A half sharpshooter down
Pickle
on
dick.
Seth Rollins. Could Seth Rollins tap out? He's applying the pressure, Big
Yeah,
Mouth.
well, I think it's been clear to see that the plan here for Eddie, the strategy is to attack that lower back of Seth Rollins, and he's done so as we're back to a collar and elbow tie. What a DDT from my guy Viva La Raza, and a cover. Rich Regal down for the one, but a kick out. Man, we've had one after one.
Well,
Doc.
both men have gone to the well one too many times, but Eddie Guerrero now, our European champion.
Ooh.
Three amigos.
Yes.
Maybe set him up. It is.
I was just
Three
gonna-
amigos. One down.
I was just gonna
And
say
two.
that, Doc. There's two.
He's going for the third. Big Mouth. And
Hey.
three amigos.
Oyale, Doc, this is what I'm talking about. Come on, Eddie, bring it
Becky
home
Lynch,
here.
look
He's
at
going
Becky.
for the frog splash. No one does it better.
And a frog splash from Eddie Guerrero, but Becky Lynch and
Oh.
referee Rich Regal
Oh,
is fixing
wow,
the top
Doc.
turnbuckle. Big
I
Mouth.
love it.
That could have been it right there. Eddie had this one.
Can you blame her, Doc?
Oh my God! The man came up on the apron, distracted referee Rich Regal.
Till death do us part, Doc.
And now Seth Rollins, she has allowed her husband Seth to turn this match around.
Till death do us part, Doc, and listen to this 36,000 here in Rochester. Seth Rollins now on the event.
Wow.
And it's all about having his back, Doc, through thick and thin. That's what Becky will do for him.
Rollins
As
up
Seth
high.
climbs to the top rope here in front of the 36,000.
Rollins up high.
Soaring to the top of Frontier Field. And he,
No avail.
he missed, Doc.
He comes up short, Big Mouth, in a big moment.
Doc, whatever that martial arts thing was that he did where he started
Down goes
flailing his
Guerrero.
arms with a reverse DDT, a little scorpion death drop. Seth is just having his way now, but that little, that Bailey balloon thing that he did where he was flailing around, Doc, that must have done something, that martial arts tactic, because he's got Eddie down and out now, and Guerrero stumbling to his feet, having a hard time getting up, and Eddie...
Black
Oh!
Magic! Seth, Black Magic on Eddie Guerrero! And this could be a Big Mouth. He goes for the cover, hooks the far leg. 1, 2, we have a new champion now!
Oh my God, Doc!
Eddie Guerrero kicks out!
Doc, we're seeing the birth of a babyface Eddie Guerrero. Put some respect on my man's name. He came ready, Freddy, and it's Eddie. But Seth with a rolling elbow to my man Latino Heat.
Well, we saw earlier on Sunday Night Heat, Big Mouth Kurt Angle giving words of encouragement to Eddie Guerrero, told him to remember the 3 eyes, and he came with integrity and definitely intensity with a DDT from Eddie Guerrero.
Doc, put some respect on his name, I said. It's Guerrero with a soccer ball kick and a foot stomp there. He goes for a cover, hooks the far leg as well. 1, 2, this is it. No!
And a near fall for the European champion.
Come faster, Regal.
Eddie Guerrero in his 3rd European Championship reign here in the WWF. Seth Rollins hoping to get his very first title reign with the European strap, Big Mouth.
Doc, the real question here is who's watching that baby right now? If Colby and Becky are out
Are
here...
you serious?
You know, Eddie, he might have set up some type of kidnapping scheme. He lies, he cheats, he steals. But Seth going for the stomp, maybe.
Well, it's none of your damn business who their babysitter is, Big Mouth. I'm sure they have somebody very reliable and trustworthy in mind.
How about the Big Mouth?
That's Eddie Guerrero, our European champion here.
That baby loved me.
He's got the knuckles gripped with the architect Seth Rollins. He goes for the top. Wristlock arm breaker by the European champion.
Doc, you can run from the thought all you want, but the question still lies in who is watching that baby right now. Let's take a look at this replay, though. Eddie Guerrero with the wristlock arm breaker on our architect.
And Guerrero hits a falling drop kick on Seth Rollins. Guerrero in control of this one-on-one match now, making a way back, but Rollins kick to the gut. He hits the ropes. Curb stomp on Eddie Guerrero. We could have a new European champion. Hooks the far leg.
Did you see
no.
that, Doc? After taking a curb stomp and being knocked unconscious, my man Latino Heat still has the knowledge, the wherewithal, the mental capacity to grab that rope in desperate measures, baby.
And you can hear the 36,000 in Frontier Field right now, Big Mouth, chanting, "This is awesome!" Another curb stomp from
Shit,
Rollins.
Doc, holy shit.
Second curb stomp to Eddie Guerrero. And a cover. Rich Regal for the count. New European champion. No!
Doc, I'm telling you, my man Eddie is hard. He's long, he's strong, he's ready to go tonight, Doc, and he ain't gonna let that strap up too easy. What's Becky up to now?
Well, they call him the architect for a reason, Big Mouth, and his wife is a part of that now, too. They're a family. And look at that, it's a steel chair. Rich Regal doesn't see it, of course, with an overhead suplex, belly-to-belly suplex from Guerrero. Rich Regal sees the steel chair.
Doc, I know Eddie's really trying to respect the words of his buddy Kurt Angle. He's a changed man tonight, but he's getting distracted, and he's taking his eye off the prize. Revolution knee! Oh, shit, Doc!
Seth Rollins just hits Revolution knee. That's a 2 count, and that'll do it.
Wow!
We have a new European champion.
Doc, I'm shocked right now. Holy shit, Doc, and this place is going bananas right now. I think they might have jumped ship.
This match and new WWF European Champion, the Architect, Seth Rollins.
Because the Architect is your new European champion, and he did it with the help of his wife, that brunette babe. And I love Eddie. I respect him. He told China to stay out of it this time, and she listened to him, but it cost him the European strap, Doc.
Big Mouth Eddie Guerrero had this match won on countless occasions. It was back and forth, no doubt about it. But it was Eddie Guerrero who had the upper hand most of this match, Big Mouth. And if it weren't for the man, Becky Lynch, the Architect would never have had a chance to win this match tonight, Big Mouth, but he did. And he's got his first ever European championship.
Doc, I can sum it up like this, baby. Nice guys finish last. And there he is. And China and Eddie are struggling outside, having a few words with each other. But let's take a look at this replay here, Doc. A fantasy match that turned out to be a 5-star classic. It was back and forth throughout the whole entire night. And sure, I had my money on Latino Heat. He had 3 amigos in there. He hit the frog splash. He had the wrist lock arm breaker. He did it all, Doc, but it was Seth and it was Becky Lynch. They had something up their sleeve tonight that Eddie wasn't ready for, and it was just the wrong place, wrong time.
Well, a back and forth seesaw matchup for the most part in favor of Latino Heat, if I must say. But it was Becky Lynch in a chair on 2 occasions. It took 3 curb stomps, Big Mouth. It took a Revolution knee at the end. 2 Black Magics to put down Latino Heat, and he did it all with the help of his wife.
Through thick and thin, Doc. Through sickness and in health, till death do us part. Becky and Seth, they came out tonight and they were ready, they were prepared, and now they're walking out with Latino Heat's European Championship.
Well, it makes you wonder, Big Mouth, what is next in store for Eddie Guerrero and China and their relationship, and what is next for the current and new European champion, Seth Rollins and Becky
Eddie
Lynch.
ain't done, Doc, I'll tell you that. It's back to the scheming board for him, but for Seth tonight, it's back to the hotel suite, and Becky's gonna give him a big old blowy, and he's gonna celebrate being the new European champ.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry, I'm getting word right now, and we're going to have to ask you to stay tuned here and stay with us on the Survivor Series. This wraps up our kickoff show, but I'm getting word from Vince in the back right now that there's been an Amber Alert issued for the child of Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. She's gone missing, Big Mouth.
He lies, he cheats, he steals, Doc.